Before you watch this video, I had to let you guys know that we're having our very first sale of the year, the Barbell Brigade Spring Sale, where select apparel and the full line of supplements is 25% off this Wednesday, May 17th, but it's only gonna last 48 hours, so it ends on May 19th. We're probably not gonna have another sale for a very long time, so you don't wanna miss this. Go to barbellbrigade.com, mark your calendars, May 17th, Barbell Brigade Spring Sale. Now enjoy this video. What up, guys? Welcome back to another special episode of our Austin Barbell Brigade talk show series. We got Mike, we got Shawley, who is the owner of Inaka, one of the biggest fitness brands around. But for those of them who don't know who you are, who are you? How did you get into bodybuilding? And how did you get into YouTube?
All right, so yeah, I'm Shawley Coker.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
Which camera? I just look at any camera.
Yeah. Anyone, all of them, just all of them.
Yeah, they all got you.
Yeah.
So I'm 30. I started getting involved with fitness around 2014. 2014, I was working.
Like working out in fitness or like the industry of fitness?
Well, I started working out like 2011. 2011 is when I started working out. I started working out because I actually quit. I got involved in some bad stuff in high school, and then I actually ended up like getting into it with my coach and quit my basketball team in my senior year of high school. After that, I tried to join the team back. The coach wouldn't let me back on the team, and it kind of led to me, like, honestly, entering like a little mild depression. I was just like, what am I doing? Like, all my friends are playing basketball. I'm like going home from school, riding the bus, or actually at that time I was driving. I'm driving home from school, like there's nothing for me to do. There was a gym down the block that some of my other friends would always go to. And I was like, you know what, man? I'm like, let me just sign up and see what this gym shit is about. Started working out. When I first started working out, all I did was chest and arms back to back. Like,
hell yeah.
How it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like legs are still pencils, but back then
Legs are lame.
I never did legs. And I remember one day I had worked out probably for maybe a solid 6-7 months consistently. And there was a trainer there that came up to me and kind of approached me and was like, hey, you have the build to do like a bodybuilding show. And this was me at that point, I was probably like 20. And
How heavy were you at that time?
I was like 180.
Like basketball build?
Yeah, basketball build,
player
yeah,
build,
for sure. And he was like, let me train you. I've never done this like bodybuilding training thing before, but I just know you have that build. I'd love for you to be my first client. So he trains me, whatever. Do my first show in 2013, I think. And from there, till 2020, I think I did like about 13 shows.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I didn't know you grinded like that.
Yeah, I did a lot. From 2013 to 2020, I was doing a show every single summer. At least 1 or 2 shows every summer.
Is it because like you fell in love with it, or did it replace the competitiveness of basketball?
It did, both.
So it's like a sport you got to get back into?
Exactly. I felt like, okay, I don't have basketball anymore, which I was still a huge fan of it, whatever. But it replaced like that competitive edge that I missed. And it also, it was fun. It was rewarding to see the struggle for that long and then see like, the success, the rewards, the results at the end of it, hopping on stage. And I was also very successful with it. Like, I don't think I ever like had a show where I placed out of 3rd place, between the first top 3. So.
Did you ever go back to the basketball courts all swole, but then just look all sad?
Yeah, go back to the high school coach.
I did. Yeah. I actually would go to some of the games. I would go to some of the games when I quit, and I would feel bad and shit like that. But I think things worked out well for me. I think that was honestly like the turning point in my life.
Was through bodybuilding?
Yeah, that period of my life where basketball was taken away from me and I turned towards bodybuilding because that's why I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
So
when did you dive in from like competing and lifting, competitive, casual to the industry kind of?
Yeah, like social media and
fitness. YouTube and business.
So a lot of that came from just being around Christian. So when I turned to bodybuilding,
did you guys go to the same high school?
We went to the same elementary, same middle school, same high schools.
Oh, damn. Were you guys homies or you just kind of knew each other?
I've known Christian since 3rd grade.
That's cool.
We weren't friends in elementary school. we played basketball on the same team in middle school.
Cool.
And then in high school, we became friends. And then in college, like he dropped out. I was going to community college in Houston and we went to the same gym, that same gym. And he was doing his first show around the same time I was doing my first show. And that's kind of how we bonded. And I started going to Alphalete at the time, or I started going to his Christian Guzman Fitness gym, which is like the 900 square feet gym.
Yeah.
The blue walls and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's
We
tight.
went there, I set that gym up with him.
Oh, wow.
Me, him, and a homie named Blake, and one of our other friends named Alex. We built that gym. I remember laying the mats down. You know, the gym had it was so small that like he had like accessory equipment in the check-in lobby. Like, yeah, like, it was. You can go ahead and watch videos.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, shit.
He was hustling his CG shirts out of like one of the rooms. Really tiny establishment, but he was so excited about it, and I was there to support it. I loved seeing him do that.
Did you think he was crazy? You're like, who the fuck's gonna buy this shit?
Nah, I mean, a lot of people would make fun of him back then because
Yeah.
of the whole like YouTube record yourself shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit, I was seeing it up close, and I remember how much money he was making from online coaching, from YouTube, from sponsorships and shit like that.
Even at a small level.
At a small level,
Yeah.
like we'd be out at like San Marcos. We'd go out, like we did this thing where we'd go out of town for the weekend or whatever, and just have fun and chill. And I'd see his phone just light up with like, he'll make like 10K a day just off coaching.
Wow.
At that time in 2014, 2015, like, I'm just like, bro, I was in college at the time. Why am I in college? Like, why can't I do this? Like, I'm doing the same thing as him. I'm doing YouTube. Obviously, like, he's pretty much giving me what I need to start. Like, at that time, he kept telling me to like quit school essentially, or like take a step back from school and focus on this. And I would always tell him like, nah, bro, like I need to get a degree because of my parents, you know? And to answer your question, there was one moment where I had just graduated or I was about to graduate, and we were sitting outside of the gym, the first big Alphalete gym, and it was just about to open. And he just sat me down in the car, and he was just like, yo, if you quit today, if you quit, I was working with my dad at the time. If you quit working with your dad and give a year of like, just dedicate a year to the YouTube, the coaching, and all the other stuff, the sponsorships, I promise you'll make more money than you will working for your dad. And I sat there and I was like, you know what, like, whatever, I'll think about it. And I remember that next Monday, it was Friday, that Monday I walked in, I just told my dad I quit. And
shit.
Then you showed him the biceps.
Nah.
Damn.
No, I kind of just told him, because at the time I was doing online coaching on the side and I was making more money. And Christian's initiative was like, if you give this full attention,
Yeah.
you're gonna blow this shit out the water. So
Did your dad break the desk?
he was pissed. Ever since that day, me and my dad haven't had a good relationship.
No way.
At all. So that was definitely a life-changing moment.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why, another reason why I'm sitting here as well.
Yeah.
So I quit and then started bodybuilding, all that shit. Sure enough, I made a shit ton of money. Kind of that's when I started building the foundation for like Shawley Coker, you know, who I am, like YouTube, started gaining traction. I started doing more shows. Me and Christian started doing like shows together. We lived together for a year. We kind of came up together, you know, and I got to see Alphalete start up and, you know, see him do all these other business ventures. And I was, you know, taking notes.
Yeah.
And it's not every day you have someone that you're allowed to, you're able to be around.
Yeah.
And see him start Alphalete. I remember when Alphalete, he would come to the small gym and he would bring sketches of like a wolf, because he didn't know what the logo was gonna be.
Yeah.
And it was just like a wolf facing forward. And then there was a wolf that looked like,
Like facing to the side?
yeah, wolf facing to the side. And then there was wolves that looked like that Husky brand, like the Husky tool brand.
Oh yeah.
I remember like there were so many
drills and shit.
Yeah, there were so many different, but he was so set on making it Nala,
Yeah.
like his dog, like it had to be Nala. So like seeing that to seeing Alphalete today, you know, being able to see and be there around.
Is
the
Nala
beginning.
still around?
Yeah.
I mean, like the logo? Or just like, nah.
And now they changed it. Now they changed it.
Is it Nala all
I think he
sad
got
now?
some huh?
Like,
She lost her contract.
Yeah, she lost. Yeah. She's still, I mean, she's still the face, low key. But yeah, they changed it. Now they're just word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a letter word. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, things evolve.
Things evolved for sure. But yeah, I mean, seeing that kind of gave me the inspiration and the tools I needed to start at Naka. And that's kind of how I got to you know, do what I do.
Do you still do any of the coaching?
Nah,
Takes too much time, huh?
way too much time.
Yeah.
At your peak, what would you say, like, was there a point where, like, let's say you're coaching or your YouTube and then you're a Naka, and then like, at what point did they all had to even out? And then at what point did you have to kill one of your babies? Because that's one of the things that I learned a lot from not just business people, but people that have lots of projects. At a certain point, you can't have all your babies. You know, one baby is actually limiting the growth of another baby that could be a giant. So you have to start killing them. Like, at what point did you go, okay, I gotta like kill coaching or kill whatever?
So I had YouTube, coaching, and Anaka going at the same time. I remember when we first started Anaka, I think I sent y'all knee sleeves, right? Maybe.
Never.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my knees have been cold for 10 years.
I'd be wearing them right now.
Really?
Yeah.
When we first started, I didn't send you knee sleeves? Oh, damn, that's crazy.
That's fucked up, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you sent them and then the California thieves stole them.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, maybe that happened. But yeah, when I started Anaka we started working on Anaka 2017. I was still able to do coaching and all that stuff. But 2018, I had to make a decision towards the end of 2018. Actually, you know what? I did YouTube because I turned pro, IFBB pro, 2020. So I was still doing YouTube. I think 2020 was when Anaka really started to blast off.
Yeah.
And coaching had to for sure be canceled.
How many clients did you have at the time?
Right? Like there was a point where I had like 200 clients.
And then you had to like send them all emails. Yeah.
Every Sunday I was doing like check-ins from 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m. Dang. Every Sunday. And some of them had my number, some of them, obviously they all had my email address. And it was honestly a nonstop thing. Like coaching is hard.
It is.
Yeah.
It's also very like anxiety driven.
Yeah.
You can't really live your life because you're always in fear of like,
Someone
my
needs
coaching, my clients are gonna see me doing this and not responding to their emails, or my clients are gonna let me, you know? And it just got to a point where like I had to really, figure out like, am I gonna make Anaka like a thing? Because it's already proven to me that it can be a thing. Or do I want to just be one of those guys that just kind of does a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that? So yeah, coaching had to be canceled in like 2020 for sure. Like that was it.
But would you say your first batch of clients became like your first Anaka customers, or were they like you already kind of had its own like community that was?
Oh yeah, all my clients definitely
supported
Anaka when I dropped it for sure. And then all the other following and stuff came from YouTube and Instagram. So, and then also the fact that we were just doing something completely new at the time.
Yeah.
With like the accessories and like what we brought to the accessories and stuff like that. I think that's kind of what caught the eye of like all the first wave of like Anaka supporters for sure. And of course, like the help from the industry. Back then I felt like people supported people more.
Way more, yeah.
It was a little smaller.
It was a lot smaller. And it was just like,
I would even appreciate it every time you would just rock a barbell hat and you show your sexy abs. He's literally wearing nothing.
Bro.
Like just fucking
no pants on? Just a hat?
Just got the Houston sweat dripping down. And he just had the barbell hat on all the time.
Old genuine video.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's all oiled.
Yeah.
Nah, I have those gloves. I fucked with barbell hard, man. Like I was decked out in barbell like for a long period. I mean, y'all would always fly me out for the shoots and stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
That was the first time we met in person.
Yeah.
I think we were homies online, but
Yeah, that was the era for sure. So, back then people supported people a lot more. Nowadays, I mean, granted it makes sense, but if you're an owner of a brand, you only wear that brand.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
We live in a world now where like all this is marketing right here.
Yeah.
I'll wear Anaka sleeves though if you send me a pair.
me too.
You would?
I would.
Okay, I got you.
I wear them daily.
I got you. Now every second counts, man.
Yeah, it
Whether
does.
you're on camera or off camera.
Yeah.
So like wearing and supporting your own brand is extremely important, for sure.
Thank you so much, dude. Can't wait to get into the other episodes because we got a bunch of other dope questions, so stay tuned.